Yo, what's up, YouTube family? It's your boy, Shawnee C, here at Motor City Customs. And first of all, Happy New Year goes out to each and every one of you. This is my first on-camera appearance for the new year. And not a whole lot going on because it's like cold as hell right now, snowing, etc. But you know, the shop is still in usable condition. I have been doing some little stuff here and there, but I just opted today to do yet another one of those shop updates to just, you know, give you guys a little bit of FaceTime, show you a little bit of the cars, and talk through some of where we're at and some of the potential future plans here for the new year on what we might do or what we hope to accomplish. So first up, I wanted to talk about the 67 a little bit. So as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, but this is one of my OG cars. I put this car together a few years back now, and I've been riding it and enjoying it, but I never really 100% finished it. And I do have parts to execute some work on the car, so I'm thinking about doing that here in the next, I don't know, next few weeks to start working on it. Because if you're new here, in the wintertime, things are slow for me. I'm not doing a whole lot of work because I just don't work well in the cold. But anyway, back to the 67. So what I'm planning to do is install a front disc brake kit that I have for it. You know, this car originally came with four-wheel drum brakes, you know, so yeah, although that'll stop the car, it's not the best, you know. It's an upgrade to add disc brakes to the front of the car, and I've had the kit, sadly, for about 5 years now, and I just never made time to install it. So I'm going to go ahead and start on that work. So I don't know, any day now, when I'm feeling up to it, I'm going to jack this car up and start putting in some work, you know, at least take off the front wheels and, you know, get it prepared, start disassembling things. That depends on the weather too, because it's been cold and it's going to continue to be cold around here for some time now. And, you know, like I just said a few minutes ago or a couple minutes ago, I don't do well in the cold, so I just tend to slow down. So there's no rush, you know. The main thing is I want to have this done around springtime, you know, so that it'll be no problem to pull it in and out. And that's the other thing. Like right now, I don't have any incoming work or any foreseeable need to pull a car into the shop, because if so, it'd be bad if this was disabled, you know, just sitting in the way, because this would be the car that I would back outside to pull cars inside. But we're gonna roll the dice and hope for the best that we don't need to work on anything else anytime soon and start to prep this car and see what we can do with it. Furthermore, and as previously discussed, I want to continue to work on this car. I haven't done any further cleanup on this underhood area because it's just been wet as heck over here, man. We got a bunch of rain, and as you can see, it's still a puddle here. The only reason it's not frozen because I've been running my heater in here. But it's, as you can see, it's not really the best environment to be working in, especially when it's cold, man. So this is just on the back burner for right now. You know, I'll get to it. I would like to have this car running and driving by springtime too. So we'll see how that goes. It's definitely possible because majority of the money has already been spent. It's just the need to do some work. The problem is it's not easy work, you know, so, you know, sometimes I don't want to work hard. Let's see, 63 is still doing this thing, you know, sitting here, sitting pretty. I still need to put the door locks in. I still need to order a carpet for it. Needs a headliner. And I got to figure out some kind of sound system for it because it doesn't even have a stock radio or anything. I do have a couple other parts I need to install, like the homie Jesse hooked me up with a coil. I needed an ignition coil. The one I have now is kind of leaking some of the fluid out of it, and that's never good. So I got a real good one from him. I need to install that. And also a nice clean shift handle I mean, that shift mechanism is not that bad, but I got a brand new one. You can kind of see, I mean, the window's dirty. I should at least open the car. Yeah, so it's not bad. It could probably clean up some more, but I got a brand new one from the homie, so I think I might as well install the new one. And yeah, like I said, you see the carpet is not there. It's got a few, loose ends I want to tighten up on it to put the best foot forward when spring comes. But either way, I'm going to pull it out. And I don't know. I keep going back and forth if I should just sell this car or enjoy it a little bit. I don't know what you guys think. Comment below and let me know what you think. Should we sell it or should we cruise it and enjoy it? Back to Old Blue. This has really been the car I've been working on most recently, as you guys may recall. Another shout out to the homie Jesse. You may remember we had some problems with the hood alignment. I did finally link up with him and get some replacement hinges. And man, the gaps are so much better now. I was able to replace those hinges. I did also have to finesse the fender alignment a little bit on this side. And our gap is much better on this side too. It's still not perfect, but there's still some wiggle room. I need to tighten some things up with the fender and whatnot. But all in all, very happy with that. So those hinges did solve the bulk of our issues there. And you see the trunk is open. I've been just looking at things and contemplating and trying to develop my plan of execution and how I'm going to move forward with the repairs on this. Because as you know, these trunk rain gutters got to get replaced. And this back piece right here is where I'm really like damn, it's kind of really ate up. And I finally found where they sell that panel, so I can get a nice used panel. And the only problem is it goes all the way through into the interior, so it makes the work a little bit more difficult. I have to pull that glass out and splice in a whole new panel that I didn't expect on splicing in, but I think it's the best way to fix the car and make it, as close to original as possible, right? And it's like with certain things, there's really no sense in half-stepping. The only problem, though, is it's not cheap. I want to say that sheet metal panel is about $400, and maybe with shipping, it may be even more. But, fear not, there's still other things I can start on. Like this area right here is the first thing I'm going to tackle, because it's kind of all chewed up and crunchy right in here. And I got this replacement panel. Only issue, though, is I don't want to replace the whole thing, I want to keep as much original sheet metal on the car as possible. So right now I'm thinking of maybe cut it halfway and splice it and, maybe have this piece come up a little higher and weld it in here where it's not visible. Something along those lines, so I get the benefits of replacing this whole lower rotten section, but still keeping some of the original sheet metal. And most importantly, because I've seen when people replace the whole pocket, they tend to have some problem with alignment of the trim, and that's the worst thing. I don't want to do that work and then have a problem with the trim lining up to the trunk, etc. So we'll see how it goes. But I have been looking at it and trying to figure out what the heck I'm gonna do. Part of that work also, I think, may require me to upgrade my welding setup, but I don't know. I mean, I have enough to be dangerous and then get the work started, but to finish it off, I may need to look into some slightly better equipment, and just some random other things. But all in all, I have enough parts and hopefully enough motivation to get started on this car. Still got these stock wheels that I bought recently that I plan to run on this, at least to start with. But the main thing, I want to get that work done. Before moving on to the trunk, I told you guys previously I wanted to get the front end, where it needs to be, and it's close enough now. I got a little bit more work to do, finesse work and a shim here, a shim there to get it where it needs to be. And albeit this hood is not the greatest, You know, it needs some some work. But you know, I'm working with what I got. You guys know how I operate. I try to do things on a budget without breaking the budget. So I'm working with that hood for now. But the front end, where I'm getting at is the front end is good enough for me now to where I feel comfortable moving on to the back. I mean, again, it's a blessing with this car. It doesn't really need major work. And honestly, if I just worked on getting this trunk to latch, I could cruise it as is and nobody would be any wiser. But I just want to get the car together. You know, that's not really, we don't really take shortcuts around here. So I want to get it together as best as possible and enjoy it. The interior on it is pretty good, but it could also use a carpet and a headliner similar to the red 63 over there. But we're going to get them all together. One step at a time, slowly but surely. And that's just how it goes. You know, it's a new year, and we got it in gear. We're in drive, and we plan to get some work done. You know, it's not easy, and it costs money. Things are tight, but with a little bit of motivation and perseverance, we're gonna at least try to accomplish those goals and enjoy these cars. So that's it for now, guys. I kind of just want to give you a little insight into what's been happening and show my face a little bit. So here you go. Hope you guys enjoyed the ride, and stay tuned because we're gonna keep rolling. Okay, appreciate everybody's support. Stay safe and be good. I'm your host, Shawnee C. at Motor City Customs, and we're out of here. Peace.